I guess you wouldn't mind staying home for 15 months, right? Would you?
I wouldn't mind.
Uh, for those who thought that we wouldn't be able to continue doing the podcast because of this virus, well, you are wrong. Just give me a minute. Right, headphones. Alright, guys, it gives me great pleasure to say welcome back to the Team Titan show. Today, we are doing it in the comfort of my own home, and the set actually looks pretty homely. I'm gonna bring in today's guest. Well, there are not a lot of people who I can bring because of the whole stay home thing now. The only people staying in my home is my wife and my daughter, and because my daughter can't talk, I don't know why I'm catching my breath. Just climbing that sofa made me catch my breath. Alright, let me bring in my guest, my wife, Debbie.
Yay! Hi.
Welcome to the Team Titan show.
Am I the last option because you say you have
No, we were going to bring you on the show, alright? But because of the circumstances now, I think it would be a good time to just have you on.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, wifey.
Hi.
Today we are going to talk. Just let me catch my breath first because I don't know, I literally just climbed over the sofa and I need to catch my breath. This is how unhealthy I am.
It's okay, I still love you.
That's sweet. Alright, so how's your quarantine been going? We've been quarantined. Well, not exactly quarantined. We've been staying home for a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week now. How are you feeling? You okay?
I feel completely fine and I feel like I can do this for a year.
You feel fine?
I feel like I can do this for
There's
a
no urge to go outside. When was the last time you went out? I mean, today we had a small walk, right? We took a small walk with Starley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's about it. But I didn't go to the supermarket or anywhere for the past week.
Basically, we've been away from civilization.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel?
Well, when I was pregnant with Starley, I had to do confinement. If you didn't
Right, you
forget
had to do
that,
confinement.
that was like 30 days of me being alone, stuck at home with Starley, of course. But every one of you could go out except for me. So I think I'm quite used to it, especially now that everyone gets to stay at home with me. I think that's more fun, and I don't feel sad that we have to stay at home for a month. Honestly, I'm
nice.
happy. Are you?
I'm happy. It's nice. I thought that perhaps it could be a break. Maybe this was the break that I've always wanted, but I feel like maybe it's a bit more stress because of everything that's going on and the fact that we can't shoot. And like I said in my video, if we can't shoot, we can't edit, and we pretty much we have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So that stresses me up, especially when payroll is still rolling for all the stuff. And I mean, it's not that I mind, but I just want to make sure that we are, because we run this whole YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we have people watching us, people waiting for our videos. And actually, after I uploaded my video today, I can see a lot of comments. All of them are saying like, how can Titan not be a non-essential service? Well, technically, we really are not essential. We're not frontliners. We're not as important as nurses and doctors, but we are part of people's lives.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't want to forget about them as well.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the part that's really been stressing me out.
But I'm sure we'll find a way out of this.
Like this, right?
Yeah.
Like doing this podcast right here. Oof.
Woohoo!
I mean, what are we going to do during this time?
Well, I think there are a lot of things that we can do together.
For example,
I'm very into trying new things. I mean,
trying new things, eh?
like we can bake together. We can maybe paint. We can redecorate our house. Maybe we can rearrange the furniture. We can
rearrange. I feel like we do that every single time. Like just setting up this podcast itself, we have rearranged so much.
I feel like like we can like do so many things. Like the other day I just dyed your hair.
Oh yes.
So we can have like our own mini home salon. We can play board games. We can play Uno.
Uno. The sad thing about board games is we can only play like 2 people.
Where
I can play PlayStation. Can play Overcooked.
yeah, we can.
Yeah, you did dye my hair. It's grey now. But
Yeah.
struggling to find a way to style it.
It's fine. No one's gonna see
No one's
you
gonna
for
see
30
me, right?
days.
Well, all of these people are going to see me.
I
On
mean,
this
I'm sure they
podcast.
understand.
I'm sure you guys understand. I'm sure you guys understand my look of like
Why don't
not
you tell them
shaving
about
for a few days.
your beard? Honestly, I kind of like the look.
You like the look?
Yeah.
I don't like the look, you know.
Why?
It makes me feel sloppy. Like I don't know. I think this is something I told you before. I feel like, you know, on my down days I like to just look like a mess, right? And then
Uh-huh.
when I go back to work,
You shave.
I shave, I
Yeah.
clean up, and I feel better about it. It's like it's not that I can look good, but maybe I look worse so that I can look
You can
better
like
to
have
feel
a
good.
transformation
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, and like from like unproductive to productive.
Yeah.
But right now there's no work to go to, so it's at home and it's sort of confusing. I mean the lines
It'll
are.
be interesting. I've never seen you with like a 30-day mustache.
Oh my god, am I going to do this for 30 days?
Yes, do it. I just
Oh
want
my
to see how you look.
gosh.
You know, as your wife, I should be able to see the different sides of you, including the one that.
Because I never had a chance to grow this out, right?
Yeah,
I will
never.
always, yeah. And to be honest, it grows
But
pretty fast.
honestly, I think you'll end up shaving it
Really?
before 30 days.
Do you think so?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we are going to do that video, right, where you turn me into an e-boy on our
Yeah.
family channel.
Honestly, I don't really know what an e-boy is. I feel
like a
like
TikTok
old,
boy.
old auntie, but
You're not. How old are you?
I am 20.
I mean, not that I don't know, but it's just for the audience. How old are you
I am 23. I recently turned 23. Like
this year?
like
This month?
how many days ago?
Well, I don't even know what day it is, to be
I think
honest.
it's
Today is what? What day? Okay.
9 days ago.
About a week ago. About a week ago,
Yeah.
you turned. Before. Oh no! In fact, it was on your birthday when we were here and we watched the news.
Yeah.
And our minister said that we will be doing a circuit breaker
Yeah.
on your birthday.
That's right.
What a strange birthday that must have been.
Well, honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Up till now, I still feel quite okay because, to be honest, even before the circuit breaker, I feel like I stay at home quite often and I don't really go out that much. Only maybe to eat sushi.
You go out pretty often. I mean, come on, you go out to meet your friends. You go out for
Oh yeah, like.
lunch.
But I'm so fine without all of that. I mean, if you were not in this picture, if I'm alone, I will not be able to do this circuit breaker. But
Aw.
yeah. So I'm fine. I have all I need.
Okay, that's really sweet. So recently I've been seeing this post circulate around Instagram and it says if you don't come out of this quarantine with a new skill, your side hustle started, more knowledge, then you never lack time, you lack discipline. I mean, what do you think of that?
Honestly, I feel quite sad seeing that. I mean, it's not like everyone is having an easy time transitioning through this whole circuit breaker thing. So even being able to like just cope with the change is good enough, and I think we should all just take baby steps and just be relaxed about it. I mean, learning a new skill is great, and
Yeah,
if you have
it's
the
great.
time to, and if you have the passion or the energy to do that, like then good for you. But I don't feel like
It's
anyone
not
should
something
be,
that
pressured
this
into.
pandemic requires you to do,
Yeah,
right?
like
Because we
just-
see another post
yeah.
that says this is a pandemic, not a productivity
For sure.
contest. Yeah.
I mean, just take it day by day, and everything will be okay.
And even learning to cope with this whole experience is part of, I mean, it's really learning, right?
Yeah, everyone is learning and everyone is trying to take it one step at a time. So it's not a competition, honestly.
And everyone is
Yeah.
dealing with this differently. I mean,
Yeah.
some may be in more fortunate situations, some may not. So everyone's just learning how to deal with it. So this is a pandemic. It's not a productivity contest. But if you want to take this time to train yourself or learn a new skill, that is fine too. And that is where we will bring in our sponsor for today's podcast, Smartcademy. Big shout out to Smartcademy. For all you guys who are at home during this circuit breaker, I mean, why not use the time to upskill yourself? I mean, Smartcademy offers a variety of training programs that allow you to learn in-demand skills such as digital marketing, user experience design, web application development, mobile app development, and more. I mean, even for my job, digital marketing is so very important to me and the circle around me. To be honest, I mean, this whole social media thing, it's digital marketing is very important, and I would highly recommend those who are looking for a career in this field to be familiar with digital marketing.
Yeah.
Now is actually the perfect time to upskill, especially in this economy downturn where recession seems near.
And I heard there are training grants available too. And the best part is you'll be learning from industry experts that brings you along with them through the years of experience to guide you through the course, so you don't have to be worried about being clueless.
Alright guys, so if you trust our recommendations, go to the links in the description below. We'll leave it below for you to find out more about the courses that Smartcademy offers. And now's the perfect time to upgrade yourself and learn something new if you want to.
Yeah.
Right? So links in the description below. So what do you plan on accomplishing during this quarantine period?
Maybe we can learn some things from one another.
Okay, what do you think I should be learning?
Well, maybe you can learn how to be a stay-home mom. Just kidding.
Learn to be a stay-home mom.
No, I think we should do a video where you try to take care of Starley on your own for a day. I want to see how it goes.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So how does it go? What is the daily routine of taking
To
care
be
of
honest,
Starley?
it never ends. Up till now, like there's a CCTV monitor right here in front of us.
Okay.
That we're just looking at Starley, making sure that she's safe and
It's true, it never
sleeping
ends.
well. I think I'm very thankful to have like our parents help us so much, but I feel like there's like so many small things that you have to consider when you take care of a baby that I don't even know where to start.
Right.
Like,
Okay, what is the daily routine? Where do you
Okay.
begin? In the morning,
okay,
you wake
so
up.
in the morning I'll wake up and then I will check on Starley.
Okay.
I will prepare her first meal. Now that she's eating solids,
You would personally cook for her, right?
Yes,
I
I
think
would.
that's a really cute thing, because there's so much baby food
Yeah.
in the supermarket, but you decide to cook for her.
Yeah, I
Why
feel-
is that? What is the reason for
I feel
that?
like I want to know what's inside. Buying like packet food or
Okay.
canned food. To be honest, they can tell you what's in the ingredients, but do you actually know what's inside? Like, okay, let's say they say bananas and apples, but like the thought of bananas, what if the bananas are like a bit moldy or like rotten or not the freshest? You will never know because it's all like mashed up, right? But if I were to buy the banana straight from the supermarket, I can choose the one that I think is the freshest and looks the best and make sure that I know what exactly is inside. So I think that makes me want to.
So it really matters to you.
Well,
whatever
and-
whatever Starley takes in, it really matters.
Yeah, it does. And to be honest, I think it makes me happy when she eats the food that I make. Like, I feel like a sense of accomplishment,
Do you feel that it's maybe because you stopped breastfeeding and like you stopped providing her food, so because of the breastfeeding, you feel like you want to be involved in making the food that she consumes? Could that be why?
Maybe, but I highly doubt that is the main reason why I want to make food for her. I enjoy doing it too. Like, cutting up the little food into like tiny cubes. Like, you don't do that for adults. And like,
Yeah, why don't you do that for me? Why don't you cook
okay,
for me?
I will blend all your food
No,
from
no,
today
I mean, no.
onwards.
I mean, you make food for Starley. Why don't you cook for me every day?
Every day?
Yeah, how about that?
Wow, you're adding on to my chores. But I mean, I do sometimes. I
Yeah,
cook
you
for
do,
you,
you do.
right?
Right, but anyway, back to the daily routine
Yeah,
of
so
taking care of a how old is she? 7 months.
She's turning
She's 7 months this week,
in
right?
About 7
coming
days.
week, yeah.
In a week, yeah.
So 7-month baby.
Well, changing her diapers, preparing milk for her, and then packing her room. Thinking of what activities to do with her, because as they grow up, like, they cannot be doing the same activities every day. So
Sure.
sometimes I will like research and see like what kind of activities I can do with my 6-month-old baby. So they say like play with bubbles. So I'll like make soap bubbles, or like I I don't know, just new things to do with her. Like we recently bought a little swimming pool that I'm very excited and I'm waiting for it to arrive so
Right.
we can, have a little family pool time.
Here's the story, guys. Basically, what happened was Debbie bought a swimming pool for Starly, like a little inflatable pool.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to have enough space, like outside
Yeah.
our porch, right? So staying at home isn't the hardest thing, to be honest. I mean, we're lucky enough to be in that position. But what happened was Debbie bought a swimming pool, and she told me that she bought it
Yeah.
in the morning, which is usually the worst time to talk to me. Because if you talk to me in the morning, there's a high chance it
You're not
wouldn't even
listening.
process in my brain. So she bought a little swimming pool for me, for Starly. And last night, I told Debbie, hey, guess what? I just bought a swimming pool for Starly.
Yeah,
And
and
she-
I was
she's-
like,
she was
oh my
like,
God.
"Wait."
I told you that I bought a swimming pool for Starly, and I even told you it's like a dinosaur themed little pool. He's like, did you tell me that in the morning? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so friends and family, please don't tell me anything in the morning. Even like my messages, I read, like the messages that I get in the morning are the ones that are pushed down and I don't see it.
Yeah.
So,
So
I mean,
message him
I'm-
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, 3 a.m. works, but
But no one
not-
is awake
not
to
at
message you
11
at 3, okay?
a.m. or 10 a.m. It's a bit too early for me. But yeah, Starly has 2 swimming pools now.
Mm.
Well, they haven't arrived yet, so once they arrive, I guess we'll do a family vlog.
Yeah, it'll be her first time in a pool. Honestly, she loves bath time so much. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to her, just going into the pool for the first time. Like even in her tiny little bathtub, right? She will like try so hard to like kick and like pretend to be swimming. And like she's so cute because she loves it when we like cheer for her. Like when she kicks in the
does.
water, right? And if you like clap and you like, yay, and then she will like smile at you and she's really happy. So I can't wait for her to have a bigger and more fun, like real swimming experience.
I guess we have to clarify that the pool that we bought isn't like a swimming pool. It's an inflatable pool. It's a small inflatable pool. But the one Debbie bought is dinosaur themed.
Yeah, it's like a dinosaur land. And not recently, but Starly loves one music video and it's called T-Rex in the Gym.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be really cute that I just buy her the dinosaur theme one so that, it's in line with what she likes for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So do you think she'll grow up liking dinosaurs? I think she will, right? I mean, everything that we...
Oh, Ridwan will
Every-
be so happy. Uncle Ridwan would educate her
Uncle
about
Ridwan
that.
with his, what is it? Apocalyptus, encapsulitis.
Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus.
And
is-
Kylosaurus. I think that's like Ridwan's favorite dinosaur or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, but she can like whatever she likes, man. I'm all for it.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about taking care of Starly?
I think hearing her laughter is like it just makes everything worthwhile. And when she laughs at the weirdest things. So
She does,
it's
right?
quite strange. But every time she like laughs uncontrollably, I just think it's like the cutest thing and everything. Like all the troubles or like all the screamy naughty times are all like worth it just for her to laugh a little.
And what's the hardest thing?
I think the hardest thing is to find time for myself and find time for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it is true that after study came about that we spend,
Less time.
I mean, even we do spend time, it's like less quality time because
for
we are
sure.
constantly worried about her. And I mean, that's all part of life, but I'm happy and you're happy.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What about you? You tell me. What's your most rewarding? What's the most rewarding thing as a dad? Or like what is like the troubles?
I think spending time with her is fun. To see her laugh and to see her grow up. I mean, when I look at... yesterday we watched our birth video together again.
Yeah.
I think that was really sweet.
Yeah.
It made me tear up a bit.
Yeah. I think we are so lucky to be able to have all this footage of her.
Yeah.
We
And
can look back even when she's like older and she's like, I don't want to come home anymore, and then we'll just watch the video.
That's gonna be so sad the day that happens.
She'll be like, I'm gonna stay at my boyfriend's house or something.
Yeah. That's why we should have more kids.
What? I'm not ready, man.
When will
okay,
you be
maybe
ready?
not for the next 8 to 9 months. I think I need a break, man.
How big of an age gap do you want our kids to have?
I think 1.5 to 2. Okay, 1.5 to 3 years old is a good age gap.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you and Kaiti have a really good age gap.
We are
2 years apart.
2 years.
Plus.
2
right?
years and 3 months apart.
Me and my brother, we are 5 years apart. So I think growing up, like especially being different genders and like having such a big age gap, we were just completely different and we always argued as kids. But I
Yeah.
mean now we have a really good relationship and I'm happy about that. But I want Starly to be able to grow up to have a sibling that will be like her best friend, you know, and
Yeah.
her playmate. Yeah. Especially if we ever get some circuit breaker thing like this, you want to be able to have a sibling that you can play with and spend time with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it never happens again in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Though. This
hopefully.
is crazy.
In her lifetime.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, I feel like it's a good experience for
Yeah.
most. I think a lot of people will learn from this experience.
Mm.
A lot of businesses, schools. I mean, the world is going to change after this. People
Yeah.
are going to realize they don't need to go to work every single day. Students and tutors are going to realize that it's so much more efficient sometimes to do it through online learning.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a big change in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to see. I honestly, like, a big part of me quite enjoy this, and like I really, I really see the light in this darkness. To be honest.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's a bit harder for us because
Yeah.
of the whole company and
Yeah.
stuff. But I think we adapt pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is proof of how well we adapt. And it's great that we can still go on making videos, family videos,
Yeah.
vlogs on the main channel. Even ladies first, they stockpiled six videos,
That's amazing.
and these 6 videos were shot in one day, which I
That's
was really impressed with.
crazy.
So all the talents, like, they just agreed to stagger and their timings and do videos together. And to me, I think that's really good. But if this were to continue even longer, then I think we need
Everyone to do
a
vlogs.
plan. Yeah, I think we need a plan because
Yeah.
stockpiling is one way to keep content for the next month, right? But if we were to go on for some countries are saying 6 months,
That's crazy.
then we need to find
My
find
mom
a
was
way.
just telling me, I think that this virus will go on for a few years.
A
I'm
few.
like,
That's what
what?
people are saying. I mean, what do you believe? I believe in science, so I.
I hope that like a vaccine will come out quickly, and I feel like this virus hopefully will be gone within the next 6 months, and I'm hoping that that's the case.
I don't know if it'll be going for 6 months. The vaccine takes at least 15 to 18 months. That's pretty scary. I guess you wouldn't mind staying home for 15 months, right? Would you?
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind either, but I'm just sort of a bit worried for Starly's growth.
Yeah. Well, if we bought a swimming pool, at least she'll have some.
Right, yeah, we'll give her like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of activities, right?
Yeah. I would want to be able to plan some fun activities together.
What are you most worried about though in this quarantine? Are you worried about anything, or are you just taking it as it goes?
You know, it's so funny. I mean, this is besides the point, but it's so interesting to see you ask me questions because in our real life,
Cause I'm just like,
in our real life, most of the time I'm asking him questions and I'm talking a lot. But this
so you
time,
enjoy this,
I
huh?
love to see you crack your brains to ask me questions. How do you feel? Stressed out?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
Hey, that's because I'm very comfortable with you, okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, what are you most worried about during this quarantine?
Yeah, I think I'm worried about Starly. You know, many kids have gone to the beach, to the parks
Yeah.
to play, or to the zoo to look around, but she's mostly home,
Yeah.
and I'm afraid she doesn't get used to the outside world after a while. You know.
Right. Okay. Well, you recently started a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Miss Business Lady, Miss Busy Business Lady. I mean, we talked about not giving me enough attention, right? And then she had to go start a business. What's up with that?
Well, I started my company with my cousin called the Kira Co.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually a jewelry company,
Yeah.
like fashion accessories.
Mm-hmm.
So we do diamond simulants. I mean, from the start, I really love diamonds. Even before you bought me a pretty diamond for our proposal, I think that diamonds are really pretty and it's so
Yes, you
sparkly.
did. You've been talking about it for like our whole relationship, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I like diamonds.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of girls like
Yeah.
diamonds. It's not wrong
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like diamonds.
I mean,
But I
but the
think-
problem with
uh-huh.
diamonds is that it's so expensive.
Oh yeah, tell me
It-
about it.
Well, it's so expensive, and as a girl, if I would want to buy a diamond earring or bracelet or ring, I would have to save up so much money just to buy it. And I just wanted to be able to provide a what is that? Like a
Solution?
way, like
Alternative?
an alternative that you know will look equally good and look as beautiful.
Do you have it with you right now?
No, I'm not wearing it now.
Okay, but you're wearing our engagement
Yeah,
ring.
I'm wearing our engagement ring and our wedding band.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, the diamond simulants that we use are completely optically similar to a real genuine diamond from the naked eye. So
So which means to tell the difference, you
You
need
need-
to go under a microscope.
yeah, or you have to use like this thing where you test the hardness, which, you know, I mean, who cares if you're going out? And especially the reason why I decided to do this is also because whenever we travel, I obviously do not want to bring my real engagement ring out overseas, especially, you know, if I'll be like going around, and I just
Yeah.
don't want to be bringing something like that out. And I don't want to risk losing it. But if I have a diamond simulant that is less than $100, who cares? I mean, I won't hate myself or be so upset if I ever lose it.
Sure.
You know? Yeah. So that's why I started this company, and yeah, I just love looking at sparkly things.
Okay, so so what are the products that you've been selling? Cause you just launched your second product.
Yeah.
Right?
So the second product I have is actually a pave band. It's actually a ring with lots of small tiny diamonds like stacked side by side. So it creates a really beautiful sparkly effect, and it's very subtle but it's very, very nice. And the previous one was like a solitaire, so it looks like a 1 carat diamond,
Sure.
and it looks like a beautiful engagement ring. And actually, there are some people who actually wants to buy the Kira rings for their engagement rings. And
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
I'm proud of you.
although it's not a genuine diamond, but
Yeah, why not?
one of the fiancés who messaged us actually said that they were having a little bit of a financial difficulty,
yeah.
and they both agreed that, you know, the Kira's ring would do for now. And I think that was very, very sweet lah.
And not everyone needs a
Yeah,
diamond,
yeah,
right?
for
And
sure.
engagement, like, because I feel like a lot of people they feel the pressure to have a diamond then
Yeah.
propose, and sometimes it's not practical.
Yeah.
Like if you love someone so much, why not just get, one of your rings, propose, and in the future, when
Yeah.
it's more when it makes more financial sense to buy a diamond, do it in your 30s or 40s.
Yeah, and maybe you can buy her something even nicer than what she wanted, you
Yeah.
know, because you can take your time to plan and choose. But I mean, well, this really depends. It's for the girl to say. As a guy, I don't think you can, like, you know, say like, hey, I think you shouldn't buy a diamond ring, or I think you shouldn't ask for a diamond ring. If you love her so much and a diamond ring is something she wants, then I think it's hard for you to say like, no, I'm not gonna buy you a diamond ring, I'm gonna buy you something else. Yeah. But it really depends. Like, It's just like mutual agreement.
All right.
So I feel that, diamond rings are definitely not a need, but I think everyone deserves a little bit of sparkle and bling in their life if they want to, and it doesn't have to come with like a bomb. It doesn't have to like burn a hole in your pocket. So yeah, that's the whole reason why I started the Kiraku.
And this is not the first business you started, right?
Yes,
You also had Wolf Bakery.
Yeah, I had a little doggy bakery, but honestly, I think that I would not be continuing with that business anymore.
Why not?
Because it was a little bit hard, especially because we were traveling a lot, and
Right.
I do all the cakes by myself, and when I travel, sometimes it's very impromptu, and unfortunately a few times I had to turn down a few customers, or I had to cancel their orders because of our last minute trips, and I feel like I don't want to do that anymore to upset any of my customers. And
But don't you think just not doing cakes at all will upset them? I mean, because you brought them so much joy, right? You always like got to meet pets, which you
Yes.
love dogs.
yeah,
You love animals.
Yes, I
and you
do.
got to do something that you were really happy with.
yeah.
Yeah. Why did you stop that?
I think I stopped also because I realized that ever since you moved into our new office,
Yeah.
we were not working together at home anymore.
Yeah.
And I would usually follow you to the office
Yes.
before Starley was born, and then I'll come back home after the office hours
Yeah.
to start baking. And I feel like we couldn't really spend much time together anymore.
But now that you're home,
Well, I want to do it again.
yeah.
I feel like it's not a very sustainable business. I can do it as a hobby for sure,
Right.
but
Because you can't scale, right?
Yeah,
you
I-
are the one who have to bake. And even if you hire a baker,
yeah,
it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
isn't that Debbie's baking touch.
I feel like because it's so personal, I
Yeah.
want to be able to make everyone's cake and every puppy's cake, and I want to be able to make it look good and to the way I want it to look, and having someone else help me, I feel like it's like you when you edit a video, ultimately with everyone's help or with your crew, you still want to make sure that you have like look through it and like put your final finishing touches, which I feel like I also need to do that, but I can't do that, especially if we travel so much. And
Right.
yeah, and just all that stuff, I feel like it's a little bit hard.
And if you have to hire someone, I mean, we do the bakery at our own home, right?
Yeah.
So we'll
It's a
have to
bit
hire someone to our house,
And yeah.
which is sort of strange to have a stranger be here all the time.
Right.
And if we were to have like a central kitchen or an office, then it's a bit too much for a dog bakery.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, I did consider finding a place to start.
Yeah.
But would it be successful? I was a bit doubtful and
Okay.
maybe not so confident that
Okay.
it will all work out. Yeah, so that's
Do you
why.
miss it though?
I do, to be honest. I
Wait,
do.
does that mean we get to like clear out all the stuff? Cause I mean, all the cupboards
Hey!
are with like bakery stuff that we don't need. There's a lot of space.
One day we might need it for a certain reason. Why one day I decide to oh my god, hoarder's mentality.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can clear it, I guess. But I feel a bit sad. Like a part of me doesn't want to believe that I will not do it again. Like a part of me still wants to maybe one day do it again. But honestly, I don't know if I'm like lying to myself when I say that.
Or you can do it in videos like baking for dogs. Like you
I
have a
can.
dog baking channel. Right? Leave a comment down below if you want Debbie to continue it.
Yeah.
Because I know you made a lot of pet owners happy.
I hope I did. I hope I
Yeah.
did. And I hope I did make the doggies happy too.
Yeah.
It really makes me happy when I see they enjoy their birthday cakes.
No,
and-
there was one really touching story, right? Where one of the dogs was dying and
Oh,
all they wanted was a cake.
Yeah. So
Do you want to share about that?
yeah, so one of the owners actually decided to buy like a farewell cake for their doggy
Yeah.
who was gonna be put down after I think like 14, 15 years, and they decided to order a last goodbye cake, and making it made me feel really bittersweet. Like
Yeah, but you were able to provide such happiness, you know.
yeah. I
Yeah,
guess,
so I felt
yeah.
that it was very meaningful.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
Maybe one day when I have the capability, or if I find someone capable to help me
Okay.
and someone who I trust a lot,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day it'll be back.
Okay.
Who knows?
So I guess we won't throw the stuff away then.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about marriage. We'll leave all the dating and how we met for the next podcast.
Sure. If they want to
Because
see
we
me
are
again.
going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
But let's talk about marriage. How's marriage life for you?
I feel like it has been great, and although I
Your
feel
husband must be great.
he is.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Ultimately, I think marriage is all about compromise and learning to work things out as a team. It's like love plays a big part, but ultimately it's really about understanding and compromising with one another, because I'm sure there'll come a time where we will be a bit frustrated at each other and but it's
Will
just,
come a time? Just kidding.
what do you mean?
What do you mean will come a time?
I mean, after spending 30, 40, 50 years together, I'm sure there'll be a
Yeah.
period where it will never be a constant high for sure. And we
Okay.
have to accept that. I think the first step to having maybe a good marriage is to accept that.
Do you
maybe
think that we are on a constant high? I
No,
don't
no,
think we're on a
yeah,
constant high.
precisely. So I think the first thing that we have to accept is that marriage is not gonna be like butterflies in your stomach, and it's not gonna be like, woohoo, we're going on a date every other day or something
No,
like
it's
that.
not.
It's really like learning to
Live with each other.
and as enjoying the simple things together.
Yeah, enjoying each other's
Yeah.
silence.
Hey, what do you mean silence?
Because I'm an
I talk a
introvert.
lot.
I don't talk
so-
a lot.
Okay.
No, I love that you talk a lot.
Oh,
I love that you talk a lot because when
It
I
means
come
you
back
don't
from
have to
work,
talk.
yeah, it does mean that I don't have a talk. And I love that you don't require me to respond.
well, I gave up on that.
No, but I love that I don't constantly have to engage in like very long conversations with you.
Occasionally we do though.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
We have long conversations, but I mean it's not a requirement. We
Yeah.
just enjoy doing that. But it's not something that if we don't, we will
Yeah.
feel one way or another.
Yeah. And
Which I like because I do come home very stressed
From
many
work,
times. Yeah. And the last thing I want is to have another long talk.
For sure.
Yeah. But I guess we can be talking a lot now that we are doing a podcast.
Yay! And you have to talk to me. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, what about you? What do you feel about our marriage? And how would you describe marriage to be to single people? What would you say is? Better not
Well,
say anything wrong.
well, we've only been married for it's almost a year now.
Yeah.
We've only been married for almost a year, and so far so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're still young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working very hard. Okay, so I think the special thing about us, which I mean, it's not very special, but it's that you are a stay-home mom.
Kind of.
Kind of, because you work from home also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you as in you don't have a job which requires you
to go to the office.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Right. So you get
is-
to have a bit more freedom when it comes to your timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you take care of our child.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves me very that gives me the freedom to focus on my job,
Yeah.
which I feel that is very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what question I was answering.
No, I was asking you, what do you feel about marriage? As in, how would you describe marriage to people who are single, and what to expect? Being a married guy. I want to know.
Being a married guy, I think you just gotta.
Any tips?
I honestly don't know. I think because I think
why
I
are
have
you
a great
stumbling so
I think I
much?
have a great wife and a great child and a great
Aw.
family and a great support system. So any advice that I can give isn't very usable, you know.
Well, I mean, we sure have times that we have disagreements.
Yeah,
how
like-
would you deal that differently compared? Do you
Like
think
any fight or any argument.
Yeah.
I mean, couples have arguments.
Yeah.
Right? Just deal with it.
I mean, like, do you think the way you handle our arguments change after being married, or do you feel like you're more relaxed? You're like, she's my wife anyway. It's not like she's gonna leave me. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she's not gonna break up with me.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't think it's because of that. I think it's more on you. Like, you don't get to use that.
wait.
So, to me, I always knew that it's not an option.
Yeah.
But in the past, you be like, yeah, break up. Actually, I don't remember you saying that. So, actually,
Like maybe once or twice when I got really angry lah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
once or twice. But it wasn't often.
Yeah,
But
and
it's not something that you can use now.
It's bad lah, cause like I never meant it lah. I never meant it for sure, and
Yeah.
I just said it out of anger, which is bad. Don't learn
Which
that.
a lot of couples do. I mean,
Yeah.
even in my previous relationships, we would say that often, and I
And
just
sometimes
generally
if it
it's not-
becomes
yeah.
real, then you're like, oh crap, like I didn't mean it, and now, like look what I've done. And
Yeah.
Sometimes you
And
can't reverse that.
No,
which
this
is
is something
scary.
that I also told you in one of our fights. Because let's say if you keep saying you want to break up, right?
Yeah.
It will be instilled in your head that whenever you have an argument that, oh, you want to break up.
Yeah.
And one day, for example, I know that you are going to say that. I just want to one up you, or I'm just so eager to prove my point that I'll just say, sure, let's break up. And then we make it happen just to prove a point.
Yeah.
So I think generally a rule for any argument is, I mean, if you're at that level, try not to
Talk about
talk
it.
about
Yeah.
or use that word break up.
Control
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Reminder to myself.
Reminder to yourself. Now you gotta watch this. Now I will like save the clip and like show it to you the next time.
Yeah. No, I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes really out of frustration, like it's just bad. You shouldn't ever do that.
Oh, this is a question that our producer prepared for us.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Tongan, shout out to you. Long time no see. Before knowing that you were pregnant, was marriage already on the table? Do you think so?
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
I think
course.
so.
I
Yeah,
think
we'll
that
talk about it.
even before having a baby, I think honestly really early on in the relationship, I already knew that I wanted to marry you.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
I don't know about you lah.
Yeah, I
but
did. I mean, we don't have relationships to
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
just to break up, right?
Yeah.
Especially at my age.
I mean, you're not that old, but
Okay, I'm
it's
not
just,
that. I feel old. Damn it. I feel like I'm 42. 42.
Well, sometimes you act like you are 42.
I do, right? I wish I
Yeah.
could act like I'm like 12.
Sometimes you do too.
Hey!
I see all the sides of you, so
Yeah, rolling in that ball. Like today after releasing that
Yeah.
video, everyone's just commenting. Can you believe this is the boss of Titan and the father of Starley?
but that's nice. I mean, if you're constantly acting like a 42-year-old, it's gonna be really tiring, and it's gonna drain you out. I mean, I love to see you act like a kid sometimes.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
why they always say, that your husband is actually your oldest child. You should treat your husband like
Yeah.
kind of like your oldest child too.
So tomorrow, I guess you'll be cooking for Starley and me.
I'm gonna blend your food.
Oh no, please. Okay. Order Grab. So you enjoy being married. How long do you think you enjoy being married for?
Well, I hope for as long as you love me.
And I think it's great so far.
It's really, I honestly just feel that it's a lot of it's like a team. It's like a teamwork thing. Sometimes like I was saying, honestly it's not a constant high. Sometimes you feel like
Yeah.
meh, but it's about holding your hand and be like, okay, like let's like find something interesting to do. Let's like try a new hobby together.
Yeah.
And talk about our past, look at pictures.
But I think that's not just marriage. In fact, that's any partnership in general.
Yeah, relationship.
Like even
yeah.
in business, in relationship,
Yeah.
in anything.
Yeah.
In sports, right? Not every working partnership will always be at a high.
Yeah.
Sometimes there will be down. Sometimes you hate each other.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you just gotta realize that you're in this together.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think to always think back why we even got married, or why do we even love each other in the first place,
Yeah.
or even, go through all these
Okay,
things.
here's one. Do you think that if not for Starley, we would still be not married.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure?
I
You
feel,
really think so?
and
You
this
really think
question,
so that by now I wouldn't have proposed?
come on, ask yourself.
Okay, yeah.
I think that maybe we would have gotten married when I'm 25, maybe in 2 years. Maybe.
Okay. Then that
Or
would mean
maybe
that
in
we
like
would have.
1 or 2 years.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we wouldn't have been married by now.
Maybe soon.
Maybe soon.
Maybe soon.
Would I
but
have proposed by now? I proposed almost exactly a year ago.
I think you would have proposed to me on our 5th year anniversary, which is maybe end of this year.
Okay.
I feel around
Yeah.
that period of time.
Okay.
Correct? I mean,
You
you
know,
would.
honestly, I didn't have a date in mind.
Yeah.
But when we found out that we were having Starley,
Uh-huh.
I planned a proposal in 2 months. In
Yeah,
fact,
it's crazy.
not just myself. Okay, I had the best team to do it with me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think-
was a wonderful proposal. I think you really did it very well, and he really tried to throw
Okay,
me off
let's
guard.
save the proposal talk
Okay.
for the next episode. All right, dating, how we met, proposal. Let's do it in the next episode.
Sure.
So we have something more to talk about. Anyway, we're going to try to keep this podcast a little shorter
Yep.
because I just want to acknowledge some of the viewers that I mean, thank you all for the amazing comments, and you guys have been receiving the podcast so well. I wanted to say that at the start of this episode.
But you
thank-
forgot.
yeah, but I forgot. So yeah, thank you guys for just showing your support and just giving us so much great feedback about the podcast. I mean, this is not something that we're used to be doing. Even I'm still getting used to it, and I mean, even my interview style is I know it's not like a presenter, and it's really just more of conversational and talking, and a lot of the audience appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys for appreciating me. So thank you guys. But yeah, we're going to try to keep this podcast a little
Sure.
shorter because damn, the last time I saw the episode with what was it? One of our podcasts, right? Wow, that was like 2 hours plus, and that's
I think
crazy.
we can talk forever.
I think we can talk forever, but I think it would be good if we can split it to episodes by episodes,
Yeah.
right? So let's save the proposal and stuff for next episode. Also,
Sure.
we have a documentary coming up soon in May, so I think that's something to look forward to. But I'm not gonna end the podcast here because I need to answer this about the whether we would have been married by
Yeah.
now. I feel like we would not be married by now
Yeah.
because of, you know, I would say that I always use, well, I wouldn't say it's an excuse, but to a certain extent I sort of blame it and I use it as my reason. And maybe I overthink it a bit because, you know, before we were married, I would say like I want to have
Focus on your career.
no, not focus. I'm still focusing on my
Yeah.
career, right? I'm still focusing on my career more than ever right now. But what I'm trying to say is, I mean, you would bring up marriage, right? And like when do you think we'll get married, or what age do you think is a good time to get married? And I would always say that I'm not financially stable yet.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and I got projects, I got work, and to a certain extent it is an excuse. Not an excuse to say that I don't want to marry you, but it's really something that went through in my head that I really felt like,
So what was your definition of being financially stable?
I don't know, at least like, I don't know, honestly.
Honestly, I think like there will never be a perfect time or where you'll be like, okay, I saved up this amount of money, I'm gonna get married now. Like I feel like
No, it's because of all the high expectations that I have for myself.
yeah.
Like, okay, when I get married, I want a big house, I want a big car, one SUV for my wife, one sports car for myself. You know, baby nursery has to be great. Everything has to be great. I shouldn't be worrying about my money. I can send her to the best schools and stuff. So, to me, that was financially stable. And
Yeah.
not even that, the wedding. Jeez, like how expensive is a wedding, right?
In Singapore, it's
Like I never knew until I had to face it, and I didn't even have time to slowly face it. I was like, bam, 10K, bam, 20K, bam, 30K, bam. Like all these costs just started weighing on me from the proposal, from the wedding, and it was just like, wow, I've never seen so much money spent in such a short period of time.
Do you regret it?
No. Yeah, no.
Would you have
Not at all.
changed anything?
I would have spent more, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we enjoy our wedding very much.
Yeah. I would have spent more.
Well, everything happens.
It was such a great night.
Yeah.
And you know, we should think about doing it again. I mean, not again, but the big one.
I feel
we will
like,
explain why. I
honestly,
will explain why.
I feel like I've given up on that idea.
I feel like I have given up on that idea too, but sometimes it does linger in my head.
Let's just plan an awesome birthday for Starley.
But
Let's just use
it's
that
not the
month.
same because so the reason why we didn't invite all our friends to our wedding was because we wanted a small one, like, you know, the wedding at the beach.
Yeah.
That was the wedding that we had in mind, the solemnization.
Yeah.
But
just the signing.
yeah,
of the
we
thing.
never thought about what happened after, but we were
Yeah.
just focused on the solemnization.
Right.
But after the solemnization, we had to have that little dinner
Yeah.
for the family.
Like
And
for everyone who was there.
Yeah.
To,
So when you have your family, let's have some friends, some close friends.
yeah.
And in my head, I was always thinking, you know what? We are going to have another one, a big wedding, a grand wedding with my wife, who at that time was pregnant, right?
Yes.
You were 5 months pregnant at that time. I always
Mhm.
wanted to have a wedding where you could walk down the aisle, not pregnant, in a
Aw.
very nice wedding dress,
That's sweet.
and
So you're
enjoying.
saying my dress was. I'm just
No,
kidding.
it was nice, but
Just kidding.
I mean, I assume you want to be slim and all that stuff, and not have a baby bump. I mean, 5 months. Amazingly, the bum did not show.
She was
But
hiding.
she was hiding, but it was a little bit, and you weren't able to have an after party.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that we could do that again,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know.
feel
After
like
the
the
cost of
feeling
a
is gonna be
wedding,
different.
yeah, and it'll be sort of weird. Like, you know, imagine someone receives the
They're like, what
the invitation,
heck?
the wedding of Jian. What, aren't they married already? What, it's been a year,
Yeah.
right? And
Honestly, I think that we should just save it for 10 years later, and we can have like a renewal of our vows and a new party, like a celebration.
like not wedding, just a party.
Yeah, like a wedding party. Like,
Honestly, the party was great. The
Yeah.
party was insane.
come on, you just want to do the whole thing for the party.
No, that's not
Don't
true. That's not
lie.
true.
You
No, I
weren't-
think- no,
you were so crazy.
Okay, one thing that I enjoyed about our wedding, was that the people around us had so much fun.
Yeah, because
and
it's
it
all
was
the
an-
people that we love.
Not only that, it was an experience for all of
Oh
them.
wait, now all the people who didn't come think we don't love them. No,
Exactly.
no.
That's what I'm saying. There were a lot of our friends that we didn't invite because we always planned to have another one.
Yeah, that's right. And I feel so bad.
I feel so bad. I feel horrible.
but
But it was
Honestly-
never meant to be a wedding for friends. It was just for close family.
yeah,
And then we added little people here and there
Yeah.
because of, you know, our business
And we ended up-
partners
yeah.
and important family members. And we ended up not having a small wedding, but a medium-sized wedding.
yeah, which is a little crazy. If I could turn back time, we should have just done it like all together. We should have just invited everyone,
Well, yes,
But honestly,
yes and no. It would
yeah,
have
yeah,
been
yeah,
so
yeah.
hard. I mean,
and it
come
would
on.
have been different.
It would have been different.
So I guess I wouldn't change anything about it.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, and everything
does happen for a
yeah,
reason.
right time, right place.
I
the
can't wait
stars
for
align.
Starley's birthday party though in September.
Honestly,
Let's
I
hope
don't know
that
if
this
it will
freaking
still-
virus goes away. Mr. Coronavirus, you are ruining my vibe. You are ruining it so bad. Okay, and you better not ruin Starley's birthday.
Her first birthday.
Yeah. What's the plan?
Honestly, I wanted her to have a nice party with, like carnival rides. Like, I'm so inspired by Stormy's
The
birthday.
Stormy
But I
river.
mean, we will never be able to reach that scale because that's
Yeah,
crazy.
mad.
But
That's
I just want to have
unnecessary.
like a little mini carnival for her to celebrate her first year of life. I think that would be very fun with all our loved ones and and
Yeah.
friends. Yeah, and
Well, let's
have a
see how it
little
goes
like
then.
bar for all the adults to have fun, and the kids we have some games that you can like play, or a little bouncy castle. Starly
Yeah.
loves to jump, so I think having a bouncy
A
castle.
bouncy castle. She can't even crawl yet.
Well, by the time she's 1, I think she can stand up and maybe
She
walk.
can stand, but do you think bouncing would be wise?
We can carry her and bounce like how we always do.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, so like I'm still thinking of a theme, but
Okay.
right now I don't want to get my hopes too high. I just hope everything settles down and then we'll plan something.
Okay. I know we derived a bit talking about the wedding and
Yeah.
stuff, but I just need to go back to that thing because I feel like a lot of people would be able to relate to what I felt at that time,
Okay.
which is being financially stable.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I might give decent advice if I were to give any advice about marriage,
Mm-hmm.
is that don't wait too long,
Yeah.
right? You wouldn't want to wait too long. I know that, especially in Singapore, you have the whole process, the BTO, and then getting engaged, and then you have quite about a year to prepare for a wedding, right?
Mhm.
I don't regret
No, more than a year.
more
I'm
than a
sure.
year, sure, but I don't regret having such little time, because I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I'm really glad that it happened because I feel like if Starly didn't come into the picture, I'll take my time with it.
Mhm.
And I've seen a lot of friends who take their time to propose, to get married, and that's where the relationship crumbles.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you need to get married just to save your relationship, but I think there's a threshold in terms of how long you wait for.
Yeah, I think
for
you,
that.
you really have to what's that? Be like it's like climbing the stairs, you take one step at a time, but you cannot like stay at one step for too long. It just
Yeah.
you have to constantly move forward in
Yeah.
a relationship.
And I think being financially stable, I think, yes, when it comes to having a child,
Yeah.
you have to be financially ready. But
And to
when
be
it,
honest,
when it
okay.
comes to marriage, I think at least propose. I see a lot of friends holding back because of this financial thing.
Yeah.
Propose first.
Yeah. And
But
then you
but
work
there
the
there
rest
is
of
also
it.
a certain pressure. I mean, I gotta be honest. Before we got married, you always told me that, hey, did you know that a girl's engagement ring needs to be 3 times
No lah.
a guy's
Okay,
salary?
basically that's what they say, but I mean obviously
they?
you I mean I just heard
Okay,
it from some
okay.
people. But at
To
the
be
end
fair,
of the
to be
day,
fair to you,
honestly, if you didn't propose to me with such a nice diamond ring or big diamond ring, I would still say yes, even if you gave me like a fake diamond.
yeah, I know. And every time you said that 3 months thing, you would always say that it's just a joke,
Yeah,
and you don't mean it.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And yeah, he will joke back to me and say sometimes you don't earn money.
yeah, I mean, being an entrepreneur, there are months that
You don't
it's
earn much.
not profitable for your business.
Yeah, he's like
And
0
then you
times
take
3
less
is 0.
salary, right? So if 0 times 3, it's still 0.
Yeah. But honestly, I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Really.
If
When
you
I
if you
found
need
out
a
when
ring,
I
go
found
buy
out
it
when
from
I found out
Kirako.
how much you spend on the ring, I feel like my heart dropped a bit. Like I'm like, what? This guy is crazy. Like I wanted a nice ring, but like this is like he like times 5 my expectations, honestly.
Only 5.
Okay, like 30.
But
Okay, 500.
I
What am I
no,
supposed to say? No, but you really exceeded my expectation, and like I was
No,
like, whoa,
because-
this is a little bit crazy.
no, because you always talked about it. So I was like, okay, I'm only ever going to give one engagement ring, right?
Yeah.
So may
Oh,
as well.
You can give me 2, I don't mind. I'm just kidding.
So may as well make it the best. But what
Yeah.
I've learned over the past few months is that no, you don't need. That's not the most important thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I do sort of contradict what I said earlier when I said about the Kirako that you can buy something smaller, something more practical, and then eventually buy something bigger, which I feel I should have. Okay, I don't regret, but I feel like that's something I could have considered. I didn't
Yeah.
have to pressure myself,
Yeah.
because I got your diamond shipped from Finland down to
Aw.
a store and made with that. I don't know how they make it, okay, but I think it was quite a hassle. I don't regret it, but what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, I'm not getting my point across well. what I'm trying to say is that, guys, don't pressure yourself too much with the ring.
Yeah.
And can you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree, but to a certain degree, for sure. Like, it really varies from girl to girl, and
Yeah.
like, oh, I shouldn't even say girl, like lady or woman.
Okay, but okay.
But okay, for example, if your partner really feels the importance, or if it's something that she really really loves, like me, like I really like, as a girl growing up, right, there are a few things that we all look forward to in life, like wearing the perfect wedding dress,
Okay.
and like having a nice wedding.
Which is why I want to have a second wedding for you, so
no,
you can wear a nice, perfect wedding dress.
I think I felt wonderful that day, and
Okay.
I think it was perfect.
Even 5 months pregnant.
yeah, I felt wonderful, and I was really happy that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was happy too.
So
So
I
you're
mean,
not happy today?
I am. Just not as happy as the wedding day, lor. I mean, it'll be a problem if I say today is happier than the wedding
That's
day,
true.
right? But I mean, like, what was I saying?
A few things that a girl would look forward to:
Oh,
wedding
yeah.
dress,
So-
engagement ring.
So, I mean, every girl want to have a nice wedding ring, a nice wedding dress, a beautiful. But at the end of the day, that is not all that is the most important thing. I mean, it's definitely not the
So
most
what
important
is the
thing.
most important?
Most important thing is
That you get married?
No, is a loving husband and
Oh.
someone who will go through with you through all the troubles, who accept all your imperfections, and to grow like as a family,
Okay.
to take steps together to, you know, be better and stronger together as a couple. I feel like sometimes I feel like both of us together, we are like invincible. Like
Oh, that's nice.
we are like so strong together. Like, I mean, not like physically or whatever, but like emotionally, I feel like nothing much can break us apart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's nice. I think we should end the podcast there. That is a nice way to end it.
Yeah.
But I just want to
Aw.
ask, for people out there, is the ring as important, or is the proposal as important for a girl? Let's say you're waiting for your boyfriend to propose
I
to
don't
you,
think
right?
I can speak on behalf of all girls, because like really like, okay, for let's say, for example, for you, your wedding suit was really important, like how you feel and how you look on the wedding day. But there are so many guys out there who would just be happy with a rented suit and, you know,
Yeah, true.
return
I mean,
it.
if
So-
you have the ability to do that, or if you're lucky enough to
Mhm.
have a nice wedding
Yeah.
suit compared to a normal wedding suit,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. But what I'm trying to ask
Mhm.
is the proposal more important,
Or
or
the
the ring?
I think
Like
the
the fact
proposal.
that you propose.
The proposal, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the way you proposed plays a part.
Okay.
For
Like
me,
the effort, right?
yeah. For me, it's totally not about how much you spend on the proposal. Not like you have to fly a helicopter, have fireworks, like rent an
Sure.
island. It's about the effort.
Okay.
Like I was telling you, like if someone folded me like 1,000 paper hearts, or like you, when you wrote down many sweet loving messages to me on the pieces of paper,
All right. Yeah.
I feel like
get that.
that is so much more meaningful than, you know, just like maybe proposing with like a, I don't know, a fancy handbag or something. I don't know, but like
Basically,
the thought process.
The thought
the
process.
thought process.
So it doesn't have to be the most grand thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just the process.
Yeah. So
Well, we'll talk more about the podcast. I don't mean
Yeah.
to cut you. Actually, I do mean to cut you, because we'll talk more about the proposal in the
Yeah.
next podcast. All right. I'm going to end the podcast here.
yeah.
Because we don't want this to drag for too long.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching.
And Starley's waking.
So Starley is waking up. What perfect timing. Well, we'll leave all the other talk to the next podcast. Now, before we leave, I just want to say a big shout out to Smartcademy for sponsoring this podcast. Remember, if you guys want to upskill yourself during this time, head down to the links in the description below. We left it there for you guys. Go check it out. Links in the description if you want to upskill yourself during this time.
Yeah.
And subscribe, watch our latest video, and we will be back with another podcast very soon. So stay tuned for that.
See you.
See ya.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you guys enjoyed it, because you're stuck with us
For a while.
for a while. All right. So thanks for
Yeah,
tuning
and
in.
tell us what you would like to hear.
Oh yeah, leave a comment to let us know what you want to hear. And if
Yeah.
you guys have questions for Debbie, ask it below. Cause we haven't done the Q&A yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So comment links below. If you guys want to check out Smartcademy, links in the description below. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Bye.
Okay, let's go check on Starley.
Okay, bye.